So I'm here with Nick Santora, creator of the show and producer.
Yes.
So, Nick, how did you first get involved and hear about Walter to create this show?
Well, it's funny. It's a roundabout story, but the short version is I got a call from KO Paper Products one day saying, there's this guy, Walter O'Brien, and we're involved, and Justin Lind's company's involved, and Scooter Braun's company's involved, and we'd like to know if you'd like to be involved. And I said, well, let me meet with this smart son of a gun. And I met with him, and within 5 minutes, I said, this is interesting. I want to write this script.
So this is based on a real person, real events, a real company.
Oh, yeah.
How, and this may, I don't, no spoilers,
No,
but
of
are any of the storylines that we're going to be experiencing based on actual events?
Oh, yes, absolutely. The pilot is based on an actual event. Walter O'Brien worked on a case, I won't give anything away, but that it's in the trailers right now, where there were scores of planes in the air that could not land, could not ascend or descend, or they risked smashing into each other, and they were going to run out of fuel above a major metropolis and kill God knows how many people on the ground. And he fixed it. so yeah, it's crazy stuff.
Okay, keeping that in mind, this show's now terrifying.
No, it's an awesome show. This show's actually, I take a lot of pride in the fact that this show is the first show in, I think, approximately 60 years that hasn't been a comedy that CBS is putting on at 9 o'clock on Mondays. They've always had a comedy there. They think this show's so funny as a drama that they believe it can succeed there. That makes me and everyone involved in the show very proud, because you want the show to have a lot of character-driven humor, and it's there.
Speaking of that confidence, you have a few notable veteran actors as guest stars. You got Ernie Hudson in the pilot.
Yeah.
Later on, you've got Eric Avari.
Yeah.
How have these veteran actors? What's their take on it? How have they received the entire show?
Yeah, they've been really cool about it. I got to tell you, and I know you listen. I don't want to nerd out, but I'm talking a good nerd bad, and let me nerd out. The day I got to work with the Ghostbusters, or a Ghostbuster, I was all over Mr. Hudson, and I think I annoyed the hell out of him. I was just like, hey, come on. What was it like being a Ghostbuster? I'm like, slimed? Was it cool getting slimed? And we just had a great conversation, and they're really into being part of making a great show. And we're lucky we get these great veteran actors that want to work on this show.
This is a team of super nerds.
Yes.
Genius level guys that cover the wide range of areas: math, tech, people,
behavioral
behavior.
science.
Yeah. If you could be a genius in one of these areas, what would it be?
You know what? I would like to be Happy, played by Jaden Wong. First of all, she's much prettier than I am. But secondly, she's a fabricator. She can build anything. My dad's a carpenter. He's amazing. He could build anything. I can build nothing. I can sit at a laptop and type. I wish I had the ability to build. It embarrasses me how non-handy I am.
Well, I'm hoping we get a little, A-Team B.A. Baracus stuff out of her.
Oh,
so
yeah. I pity the fool that doesn't appreciate that quote. Although I didn't do B.A. Baracus, I did Mr. T. I'm well aware.
That's okay.
I don't need to get the emails. I know I did the wrong thing.
So you're putting on a show about the super nerds. When you nerd
Super
out,
geniuses.
Super geniuses.
They're not all nerds. No, they're not all nerds, because Happy, I don't think Happy would say she's a nerd.
Oh, okay. But
But she is.
when you, what do you nerd out on? What is your, if you're going to nerd out on something, what's it going to be?
I nerd out on comedies. I nerd out on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I nerd out on The Office. I nerd out on The League. I nerd out on Modern Family. I watch several episodes of those shows every day. And I'm basically doing 4 hours of sleeping a night. And I should be going to sleep 2 hours earlier, but I need to watch that stuff. I think it's brilliant storytelling, incredible writing, and that's what I geek out on certain comedies. I mean, I've seen every Office episode 24 times.
That's a good way to unwind at the end of the day.
It really is. It really is.
If there was one thing you could say to sell this show to people, I mean, besides the outstanding cast and what, for a nerd seems just like, they're living my life.
Right.
What would it be to sell people on what you've got going on here?
You will not be disappointed in the show. If you want to sit down on a Monday night, forget about all the insane, horrible stuff that's happening in the world, forget about work for a while. You can sit with your kids. Your kids can watch this. I let my 10-year-old watch this show. I could not let my 10-year-old watch Prison Break when I was doing that show. I could not let my 10-year-old watch Breakout Kings. That was too violent. This is a family show, but you're going to laugh. You're going to be totally blown away by the action sequences, and you're going to be really impressed by the intellect of the show. It's a smart show.
Great. Thank you so much.
Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you.